Hello, welcome to the Last Shot podcast. I am All Things Wrestling, and finally returning after a month away is Stefan. Hello.
A month away since, when was the last time? January 4th?
Yeah, something like around about that date. Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, I was just very... And you probably know, Wayne, because you work a lot as well.
Yeah, Stefan's just been ploughing the hours in at work, but thankfully
it's not that I left. It's not that I didn't leave.
Well, I should take that job advert away then. Oh yeah, but it's good that you're back, mate.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back. Good with you here on the channel for a podcast, you know. Whatever.
Yeah. Raw, let's do the ratings, had a massive drop of nearly 300,000 people.
Nice.
But despite this fact, they were still ranked first place for cable for the show watched. So they were in number one spot. They still lost ratings though. So says what it does. Yeah, they got 2.1, whereas last week they got 2.4. So
it's not a big drop. You know, it's still a horrible rating anyway. You look at it. Last week to this week, it's still bad.
Yeah, I mean the show wasn't that good anyway. Last week was good. The week before was good. The week before that was good, and then this week's just been god, so bad.
Yeah, I didn't watch. I'm lying. I did watch Raw. I didn't watch SmackDown.
Yeah,
I didn't watch Raw. I did watch highlights. I didn't see.
How many highlights were there? About 3.
Well, you know, people who are doing videos like short videos and things, and they have everything in there. But I gotta say, Angel Garza is, man, he's pretty good with Zelina Vega, and
yeah, and I did.
That's probably the best part of the show.
Yeah, I did fact check him. He is legitimately cousin to Andrade.
Yeah.
Humberto. Yeah, they're actually cousins. Because normally WWE kind of lie about that kind of stuff, so it's always good to fact check what they're trying to spiel at you. But yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you know, I think this because we're just talk a lot about Raw. I think they can actually end up in a stable of four of them, like Rey Mysterio, Angel Garza, Andrade, and Humberto.
Yeah, just name all of them the Mexican people, because that's probably what Vince would call them. Or the Luchadors.
Oh, there you to say that. That's racist.
Yeah, because Vince hasn't got a history of that, has he?
Oh, man. Don't you think if they did something like that in 2020, that for no reason, like, if they just put all of them together, don't you think for some reason WWE would be called racist for some reason?
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Now, let's move on to the most important rating. AEW versus NXT. For the entire length of this year, AEW has beat NXT every single week.
Great.
This week it was 928,000 for AEW Dynamite, with 770,000 from NXT.
You know, we said before... It's funny, you know. They tried to bring Charlotte to NXT.
Boost ratings. It didn't do anything. You know? Nobody cares about Charlotte.
She is a draw, you know. Vince thinks she's a draw.
She's not a draw in the slightest.
No. The next thing they're gonna do is watch if they bring again Roman Reigns. Watch that.
Okay, I probably would watch that.
Well,
that would actually be interesting. I like Roman.
I like him now. In NXT, I don't think he would. I don't think they will go over 1 million. That's it.
Yeah.
Vince probably expected the ratings to be over 1 million with Charlotte. I honestly think so.
Now, while we're looking at these, NXT has not got over 700, got into 800,000 this year, whereas AEW Dynamite has stayed between 800,000 and nearly 1 million.
Well, I honestly think the next step for AEW should be 1 million.
I think
They should get there,
AEW
so
would. I think they'll achieve that back end of this year.
I think they will. And this is clear as day. NXT is fucked when the Undisputed Era goes to the main roster.
Yeah, they definitely are.
So
yeah, they are the drawing power, which is the point.
That's the issue. That's
Keith Lee and Matt Riddle are the drawing power of that company in NXT.
Yeah, like, I'm sorry, but when people say Pete Dunne, Johnny Gargano, they're not the draw.
No, unfortunately not, even though Pete Dunne is fantastic.
Yeah, so that's the thing, I think, like you said, they're going to hit 1 million. AEW is going to hit 1 million.
Yeah.
And I honestly think NXT, when Undisputed Era goes to mirror, they're going to drop down under 500. Because as bad as that sounds,
like AEW has nearly hit 1 million, because the show on New Year's Day, they got 967,000, which is, I believe, the closest or very closest they've got to 1 million. I think they might have had 980,000 last year.
Yeah, so if WWE is smart, if they want to do smart things like that, if they want to actually do something smart for NXT, they can actually say the Undisputed Era signed their contract ended with NXT and they signed with SmackDown or Raw, whatever they go, and in exchange, someone else from Raw or SmackDown, they can claim their contract ended and they're going back to NXT. So that would kind of make sense if they want to do something like that.
Yeah, and then shake up the rosters a bit.
Like some bigger name, because they need to have someone. You can't go into a war with Matt Riddle and Keith Lee. There is no way.
No.
Yeah.
Vince said something during the press conference the other day that made me laugh. AEW has not changed our business strategies at all. Yeah, because you were totally going to make NXT a live 2-hour show before AEW came along. Yeah, Vince. I mean, to be honest,
the guy's just lying through his teeth.
Yeah, the NXT that we have now is not as good. It is a shell of itself at this point.
No, because me, you, everyone else was used to NXT that's 1 hour. That's what we were used to.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you took what they're putting out now into an hour, it's still not as good, because it just feels samey every week. Unfortunately, they don't seem
I feel it seems rushed. I mean, pushed, too much, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, if I remember, was it last week NXT did a finish that was the same as something they did on the pay-per-view or Raw or SmackDown like the week prior?
Yeah.
What finish was that? Because I cannot remember. It's bothering me.
About what you're talking about.
I believe last week's NXT had a finish that was the same as Raw or SmackDown. They had a controversial finish or a weird finish that they duplicated from Raw or SmackDown.
Did Undisputed Era interfere or something?
I can't remember, but basically they copied Raw or SmackDown, which is not a good thing.
Not a good thing. Not a good thing at all.
Originally, it was NXT taking its liberties, and then Raw and SmackDown taking it.
Yeah, but here's the thing, dude. When we had NXT 1 hour, we didn't see Cole, we didn't see Gargano, Riddle every week. But now they need to put them every week, because if they don't put them every week, their ratings are going to go down. So I think we're kind of, like you said, I think it's getting a little bit repetitive,
Yeah.
They don't have what to do.
I will agree with, I assume What Culture's Adam Cleary did a 10 things wrong with NXT. And I'll agree with one point that he made in it. NXT doesn't have much variety as the kind of format they're putting out. You mainly just have, here's the best wrestlers in the world, they're going to go out and have the best wrestling matches.
And here is the thing. Yeah, Matt Riddle did a promo, Undisputed Era did a promo, but other than that, nobody's doing promos, dude, in NXT.
No, and it's always we're good wrestlers, we're going to fight.
It's only wrestling.
They don't have the comedy, they don't have variety like AEW, for example, does have. They have their serious moments, they have the comedy moments and that kind of stuff. They shake up their formula.
Orange Cassidy is the most over motherfucker in wrestling.
Yeah. That's what I mean. They have a bit of variety on how they show stuff.
NXT doesn't have comedy. I don't think they do.
It doesn't have comedy. It doesn't have much. I mean, it's good wrestling. I can't deny the wrestling quality is good, but there's just not much else to back it up.
You know what happened this week? Undisputed Era went against Jump. Who was there? Jump, Riddle, and Pete Dunne. And the match ended in no DQ. Actually, in disqualification because Roderick Strong interfered. And you know what's the thing? That reminds me of Raw and SmackDown because that's why they do Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah.
So that was disappointing. You're right. You're right.
Now I will have to give Cody all the credit in the world for his segment with MJF.
Yeah, that felt emotional. That really did.
It broke my rating scale. I had to give that segment 11 out of 10 because it was just a cut above everything else. That and Edge this year has had 11 out of 10 for segments.
Yeah,
I never thought I'd break that rating, but those two segments just...
wrestling is fake. Did you know that? And
that was...
I guess those people are gonna say that belt was fake as well.
No, you heard it connect. Jesus, man, that hurt. You could feel the pain that Cody was in.
Yeah, man.
Did you see MJF get attacked by the fan after?
I don't know if that was planned or not, but
judging by how Wardlow, MJF, and a security member came in and started beating the person, I'm gonna say no.
Here is one thing I wanted to tell you. I don't want to be punched by. I wouldn't want to be punched by Wardlow. You know.
No. MJF was laying into that person though. It does not look like it wasn't planned. Now the main thing is if MJF brings it up again, then it was planned.
Yeah. But I wouldn't be surprised if that was planned. That would actually be a good thing and not predictable because we actually, we don't know if it's planned or not.
Because if it was
usually
planned,
in WWE, we know.
It just makes his character look better because it means he was that despicable. People are willing to attack him.
Yeah, remember a month, 2 months ago at the pay-per-view when a guy threw beer at him?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he kind of reminds me of those old wrestlers from back in the day.
Yeah, whereas if you do that in WWE, you just get kicked out of the building immediately and banned. Which, I understand when they're trying to hit the wrestlers, but if you're just going to throw a bit of beer at them, for God's sake. It's like Baron Corbin poured beer over, let's put in quotations, a fan. That guy was the biggest plant in the world, wasn't he?
Dude, who cares? You do the same thing if you get paid. Whatever.
Yeah, but that guy was definitely a plant. There was no way he would be allowed to pour beer over a normal person.
But bro, he took an easy paycheck. What the hell?
Oh, I know. But to be honest, if that was a normal person, that normal person would have just turned around and smacked Baron Corbin. We know this. Normal people don't like stuff being poured over their head. But yes, let's move on to Friday Night SmackDown before we continue to talk.
This show was actually pretty, like you said, it's better than Raw, but in previous weeks it was just shit. Yeah,
this was slightly better. They were up in audience. They gained 120,000 viewers. They went from 2.42 to 2.54. So, a nice... and they didn't even drop many viewers during the second hour. They went from 2.55 to 2.53. So they didn't even really lose many viewers for the second hour, which is quite surprising.
Well, one of the things is actually, they actually clickbaited the audience, actually the fans, because they said Goldberg's gonna be there. Meanwhile, the guy was sitting in his garage.
Yeah. And just for a fact,
that's kind of fucked up.
I know. And just for a fact, they have not gained over 3 million viewers since the 4th of November. No, October. 4th of October 2019 was the last time they had over 3 million viewers.
That was the first show, bro.
Yep. Oh yeah, That
was the first show. They went down to 2.60 after it. And then
They went down to 2.8 and then 2.4, and then they changed channels and got 880,000 people. Alright, but let's move on to a more interesting thing to talk about. We have predictions for the unusually Sunday edition of TakeOver. They never do it on a Sunday, ever.
Yeah.
Even when there's nothing else before it, after it, they always used to do it on a Saturday.
It's a standalone pay-per-view, but yeah, you're right.
Is there any sporting events going on Saturday? That might be why they moved it.
Oh, maybe because there's XFL right now.
Oh yeah, I saw it. Their advert didn't sell it very well, did it? Here's the thing: we need to watch football to get rid of this condition.
It's sold out.
It's not a bad option.
Everything's sold out.
Really?
I'm dead serious. Even merch. Like, there were like a few tables that they had to like, everything's sold out, dude.
Yeah, but to be fair, if it does go belly up, that stuff will be worth a fortune in the future.
Yeah, I think Vince McMahon does not have issues with anyone getting concussions because, holy shit, it's pretty fucking unsafe for what I've seen. The game is it's quick, but someone's gonna get killed.
But that unfortunately is football. There is no way to really stop concussions in football.
Yeah, but it's different from XFL is different from NFL. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's going to claim that it's basically the same thing.
Well, it's not the same thing.
You have people running after that football. Well,
and why the hell are they calling football? Okay, so listen, I'm from Serbia, dude. I'm from US. I'm half. Okay, dude, I'm from Europe. Why are they calling that football when football is football? You know what I mean? Kicking with the leg. You know what I mean?
I know.
It's not the fucking soccer. I'm sorry.
Yep. England invented football. Well, it definitely wasn't America because pretty sure football was around before America.
Dude, foot. They say word foot, and you're throwing the ball with the hand. What the fuck?
But I say football goes back generations. Football has been around since circular objects has existed.
Yeah.
Because I bet you if you went back to any point in history, you would find some kids kicking something around. Because didn't they used to have a game called Kick the Can back in the day? Which was basically just getting a can and trying to knock it somewhere. Which is a form of football.
Kick a bottle.
Yeah, exactly. American football is just rugby. Yeah. It is all it is. It is literally rugby.
It is?
I don't know why they just couldn't call it a different name. Because, yeah, they kick it occasionally when they do a field goal, and that is literally it.
But, dude, it is a fucking rugby.
Yeah.
You're right.
It's a slightly different version of rugby.
Yeah.
And rugby's boring anyway, so...
Yeah, I was never a big fan of NFL and that stuff, football and whatever.
No.
Never a big fan.
I mean, XFL might kill NFL eventually, who knows?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's going to happen soon, Paul.
To be fair, Vince does know how to kill competition, so...
Oh, get out!
Well, the XFL hasn't got a good reputation anyway at the minute, has it? With all the controversies that had surrounded it.
You know XFL is going to die soon. You know that. I know that. Everyone knows that.
I think it might actually last this time. If they've started selling out everything, they've got a big chance of it.
Well, it's the first game, bro. Other day sold out, you know?
That's still impressive. I mean, it's on Fox, so I don't think...
First to win, you know?
It's being aired on Fox, which WWE have a good thing with Fox, so Vince is very tight with Fox right now.
Yeah, until Fox doesn't drop SmackDown.
Maybe one day.
Hey, do you realize that they paid $1 billion for 5 years?
Yep.
For dog food? Jesus Christ, man.
Yep.
For dog food.
Yep.
Whoever did that deal in Fox, holy shit, did they get dropped?
Yeah, they definitely did. That wasn't even entertaining. The dog food thing was just awful.
I hope it's not really dog food. I hope it was like
It
beans or
wasn't.
chili or
It
some shit.
really was not dog food. Dog food does not look like that.
Yeah, but in the same time, I can see Vince like, oh yeah, I want a real dog food,
Yeah,
because
I don't think he would. It'd probably be cheaper to not buy dog food. Do you know how expensive dog food is? Literally just be cheaper for you to make something that looks like dog food.
Yeah, it's probably like cooked beans or something. Like
It's literally just going to be like a really, really cheap chili type thing.
yeah, chili. Yeah.
Alright, now let's move on and get back to our point of TakeOver Portland. Yes, first match we have is Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair.
Well, here's the thing. I think Charlotte is going to interfere in that match.
Yeah?
Yeah, I honestly think so. Because people think they're going to do Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte at WrestleMania. I think it's going to be a triple threat.
Ooh. Interesting. I don't like Bianca Belair, so...
And guess what? Charlotte Flair is going to win the title. That's the plan. Yeah, I think... Yeah, it's going to be disqualification. Charlotte is going to interfere. That's my prediction.
Okay. I think Rhea's gonna retain the championship somehow.
Well, here's the thing, bro. You probably didn't see this, but when Charlotte showed up at NXT this week, she actually got slammed by Rhea and Bianca. She was attacked by them.
Oh.
Yeah, so that tells me that she's going to interfere in that, and that's what's going to set up a triple threat with WrestleMania.
Yeah,
because technically Bianca is not going to lose if it's DQ,
Yeah. Johnny Gargano versus Finn Balor.
Oh, Finn Balor.
Yeah, Finn Balor.
Yeah.
Johnny doesn't need the win.
No, at this point he did everything in NXT. I don't know what the hell they.
Yeah, just let him go on the main roster and die his career. Undisputed Era is Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly versus the Bruiserweights for the Bruiserweights be
Bro.
Bruiserweights. Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne for the NXT title.
Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne are winning.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Man, I'm telling you, I love the Undisputed Era. I love Matt Riddle. If Undisputed Era wins this, I'm fucking...
Yeah, I'm not going to be impressed.
They had their fucking time. They were 3 times champions so far. Just give the title to someone else, for the love of God. Like, no disrespect.
Yeah, we definitely need new champions.
Yeah, I want to see Bruiserweight. I really want to see them as tag team champions. Yeah.
Even you said it wrong.
I said Bruiserweights.
Okay. Adam Cole, Tommaso Ciampa for the NXT title.
Cole is not dropping the title. He's going to be
Cole
the
retains.
champion.
Definitely Cole.
Yeah.
Dakota Kai versus Tegan Nox in a street fight. I'm going
Dakota
Tegan.
Kai because she's a heel.
I'm going Tegan to get the win, get a measure of revenge.
Actually, I'm going with Tegan, and she's going to win by submission. That's my prediction.
Ooh,
I'm going that far.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And Keith Lee versus Dominic Dijakovic for the NXT.
Keith Lee.
Yeah, Keith Lee's not dropping the
No,
belt.
I think this is going to be the best show, or the best match of the show.
Yeah, I definitely think so. I'm all up for some Keith Lee action. That guy is the most over person in the company. Legit. The crowd popped when he went into the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, he really... Yep. Yeah, he's going to retain, no question. That's it.
Yeah. Thinking with Tegan Nox, I have just read with the storyline that she won the last match against Dakota Kai.
Huh. What did you say? The last match? Did you say
the last match Tegan Nox won on 29th of January.
Yeah, that's why I said Dakota Kai. I think she's going to win. Did I say Dakota or Tegan?
You said you were going with Dakota, and when I said I think Tegan
here's
will
the
win.
thing. There is 2 things I'm going to predict here. Or Tegan is going to beat Dakota with submission, and Dakota is going to tap out, or Dakota is going to beat Tegan because of some heel tactics, because it's going to involve weapons.
Well, it's Street Fight anyway, so she can do whatever the hell she wants to.
Yeah.
I think Tegan's going to win still. But yeah, it looks like
know.
it's going to be a good card.
The good card, are you nuts? This is the best card I ever had, probably.
But it has Bianca Belair featured, so.
Oh, shut up.
I don't like her gimmick. She's a good wrestler. I cannot doubt that.
Well,
After
at
watching
least she's not the fucking android like Charlotte Flair, you know?
Okay, yeah, I'd rather see Bianca. But the thing is, the whole hair whipping thing and everything just really does not click with me.
Well, she's not really whipping her hair anymore.
She still does it during an entrance, and it pisses me off enough to not enjoy her. I mean, I can't deny Bianca Belair's performance in the Royal Rumble, though. That was a fantastic Royal Rumble performance from her.
It was.
And Rhea Ripley's just Rhea Ripley. What more can we say on Rhea?
Yeah.
Alright, now we have a slight update on AJ Styles. For the recap, AJ Styles suffered a shoulder separation when he landed awkwardly from a spear from Edge. It's not considered Edge's fault. Just these things happen. The officials reportedly wanted Styles to leave the ring immediately, but he insisted on getting eliminated. I believe he was meant to be in the match longer, and he should be out. He should be back within 4 to 6 weeks. This was last week, so about 3 to 5 weeks.
Whatever they want to do with him, don't put him in the ring before WrestleMania. Just if you want to do a storyline, they should do a storyline, but don't put him in the ring until WrestleMania.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not worth risking.
Definitely not.
Why would you risk? Exactly.
No, I wouldn't. Now we have slight updates on Edge.
Oh my god, did you guys know Edge is fucking dead after last Monday? That stuff is real, guys, you know.
Jesus.
God damn it, dude. There are some fucking idiots who
The chair didn't even goddamn
dude,
connect.
They made a fucking petition for Randy Orton to go to fucking jail. I'm not fucking kidding with you. Or to get fired, something like that. Like, seriously?
Really? Fucking hell.
Yeah, I'm serious.
Fucking hell, guys.
Yeah.
I think those petitions most of the time are just piss takes, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, Edge has reportedly signed a 3-year contract with WWE for $3 million a year.
Listen, Edge is a Hall of Famer, and when you look at everyone right now, there is really nobody better than him. Like, no. They don't have Cena, you know, they don't have anyone. So Edge is probably the biggest draw right now for them.
Yeah. Someone reported saying that he'd make 5 wrestling appearances and then 25 other appearances a year. But according to Dave Meltzer, the actual date figures are incorrect.
Yeah, I heard something about 40 appearances and like 6-time wrestling a year or 5.
That would make more sense because, well, for $3 million a year, you're going to get him to do work. Also, while we're on people making money and appearing, Brock Lesnar has showed up to every single Raw since the new year. And every single event. He showed up at the pay-per-view and all the Raws.
Yeah, I'm wondering how is that $250,000 paycheck for per event, you know?
All he did last time was just F5 Drew McIntyre.
Hey, he's just standing there having fun, laughing, just jumping around. Oh, here is $250, Paul. Thank you very much for everything.
The Monday just gone, he attacked Ricochet, didn't he? Because he won that triple threat match to crown a #1 contender for Saudi.
Here's another $250. Thank you for showing up.
Yeah. But it's also...
Oh my god, Ricochet is going to beat Brock Lesnar. People really think Ricochet is going to beat Brock Lesnar. Some people really think
it's also been reported that Edge may have gone to Colombia for stem cell treatment, which is has been revolutionising the way that the body repairs from injuries.
Well, speaking of that, I have some breaking news. Thing is cleared to wrestle.
Yes, I heard. And you might as well cover that story while we're here. Yeah, Sting is possibly going to have a Mania match against The Undertaker. which is kind of
I
the
don't know
working
who the
theory
fuck
now.
that wants to see in 2020, but
I know. Like, they were trying to get him to come in for... They were trying to work out a deal for Super Showdown or another Saudi show, but neither of those deals came to pass.
so let me ask you, what's going to happen first? Is Sting going to break a neck, or is Taker going to blow a knee?
I don't know. Then again, that's the first time I can really think of Sting being injured for a while. Sting wasn't very injury prone. So
No, he
his
wasn't.
body's actually in
Yeah,
good shape
I
for
don't
what
think
age
he
he
was.
is, to be fair.
Yeah.
So I think he'll be fine. It's Taker that I'm more worried about.
Dude, Taker moves in slow motion.
But yeah, I don't think Sting will drop Taker on his head and nearly kill him like Goldberg did, though.
No.
God.
But
Goldberg.
Undertaker in this right now, he reminds me of WWE 2K20.
Yeah.
He's probably going to glitch out at some point.
Yeah.
WrestleMania.
Yeah. But yeah, this, just to give the original point, yeah, the stem cells which Edge could have been involved in is what people are theorising that is how he got cleared to wrestle again.
Yeah, and man, Edge looks better than he ever did.
Yeah.
He's probably in the best shape of his life.
Now, we got some update. Luke Harper is expected to sign with AEW under his Brody Lee name.
Okay, do you think he's going to be the one in the Dark Order? Revealed as a extraordinary one?
It would fit him.
It would. But here is one issue. I don't think he's that big of a name.
It will get a pop, though.
It would get a pop, but I think people are expecting someone like Matt Hardy.
Yeah. Then again, that could happen as well.
Yeah, Matt Hardy's contract is actually ending in a week.
Yeah.
If not sooner. Yeah. So, but let's be more realistic. I think it's going to be Harper.
Yeah. To note, the March 18th edition of Dynamite is in his hometown.
Matt Hardy's or Harper?
Luke Harper's.
Yeah, he may be the one. Here is just one thing I have to say about Dark Order. I don't give a fuck about men. But they're little people. They don't even know how to fucking function. You know who I mean. Don't say huh. You know who I mean. Like, dude, the guy's puncturing in the face. He's not even puncturing anything. Like, what the fuck are you puncturing here, dude?
That was one mistake. That was funny, though.
No, seriously. It happened again today. Not today. In Wednesday. Someone was kicking someone on the ground. And he wasn't kicking him at all.
Like, Dark Order again?
Dark Order.
Oh,
yeah.
God, they need to sort them out. I like the idea of it. That's the thing.
Yeah, I do.
Just need to execute it better.
Yeah, I think they just pull people from the backstage and say, "Oh, just get in these."
I generally think they are at this point.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and obviously Luke Harper can start in AEW legally from the 12th of February, but I don't believe he can wrestle until like March. I think it's like I believe. Yeah, I think it's like a 60-day no appearance clause and then a 90-day no compete clause, something like that. Yeah, because I know you can appear before you can wrestle under the WWE policies. So yeah, I believe. So yeah, this says he can appear. Whether he can wrestle or not, I'd have to work out the dates.
Yeah. So we do agree. It's most likely going to be Matt Hardy or Luke Harper.
Yeah, I mean, the Revival are leaving just after Mania, so I think they might make their way somewhere. The Revival, they just need to leave now.
Yeah, Booker T said they should take WWE's money and shut up.
That brings me up to a point that where is that point? Scott Dawson addressed this on Twitter, February the 1st, saying, if we settle, you guys say we're lazy and complacent. If we try to do better, you guys say we are whining and complaining.
Yeah.
Leave. Please just leave, because you are too damn talented.
Leave.
They seriously just need to leave. Yeah. And now Hulk Hogan is reportedly going to be a part of the next Super Showdown on the 27th. Because, yeah. Why not put the most controversial man in wrestling right now in the most controversial place?
Hey, Hulk, you want that? You want that blood money that I have?
You want some Saudi money?
You're welcome.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
It's
Hulk.
because of that, I think it's... Dude, legends are coming back. They don't give a fuck about anything else, bro. It's just about money at this point.
Yeah. We've also got reports that WWE is going to be cutting back live events in February and March, with February having 10 live events and March having 14 live events.
Yeah.
Because, well, they're losing money. Simple as that. I mean, I don't think they should be doing 5 live events a week, because it just destroys the wrestlers.
Yeah.
2 a week. It's have 1 for Raw, 1 for SmackDown, say a Wednesday and a Thursday or something like that, or Tuesday and Wednesday, or Tuesday, Thursday. Like, have the SmackDown one on Tuesday and the Thursday one for Raw. Job done. I don't think you need to have 5 live events a week or 4 live events a week or whatever they do. They do too many. They really do too many.
They really do too many, dude.
Yeah.
What? I still don't know, Never mind. It doesn't make sense to me, that's all.
Yeah, it doesn't me either. Now, we actually have a sad story to report. Bret Hart noted on Twitter that he has a form of skin cancer.
I feel so bad for Bret and his family. He went through shit, dude. Like, since 2000s. Like, he went for the past 20 years. I don't know why that guy went.
Yeah, like several years ago, he had prostate cancer, which he beat, and now he's got what is it? Basal cell carcinoma.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah, it's apparently one of the most slowly and curable cases of skin cancer. So if it's detected early, it's got curable. A very high chance of getting rid of it, which is very good.
Yeah, I mean, bro, it's not something worse. It's skin cancer. Thank God it's nothing worse. I mean, it's bad, but you got my point.
Yeah.
It could have been something much fucked up.
Yes, and hopefully Bret kicks this and comes out with a clean bill of health at the end of this. Best of luck with your battle, Bret Hart.
Yeah, good luck to him, and to his family. I think he'll be fine. He'll be fine. I just hope he doesn't have something else. Something else doesn't happen to him. That's something because like I said, the guy just went through a lot of bullshit.
He has. Now we move on to Ryback making a public plea to WWE on Twitter. To quote him, publicly asking WWE Vince McMahon and Triple H to let the Ryback trademark go. It was not created by them, and trying to make someone spend nearly $200,000 to keep their legal name and brand is petty and unnecessary. Please move on and erase me from your history and programming. I'm not the biggest fan of
what they're doing is fucked up.
Yep, I completely agree. They should just let it go and let Ryback have the name. At this point, as he said, they are just being petty. At this point.
Vince was always petty, you know that.
Yeah.
Always. You know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not the biggest Ryback fan. I'm going to be honest. I'm not the biggest Ryback fan. But when someone's just, well, it's basically extortion at this point. Because as he said, I believe Ryback is his legitimate last name.
I think he did it indeed. Copyright.
Oh.
Did he copyright that name like a few years ago?
No, it's under WWE's banner.
Something happened, dude.
Yeah, Ryback
name,
is his
copyright.
legal first name.
Yeah, he changed his first name to Ryback. Is that right?
I believe so. He was born Ryan, and I believe he changed it to Ryback.
Yeah, he did change to Ryback. Alan Reeves. Yeah, so he did change indeed the name. Yeah, a few years ago. I was not wrong on that. But yeah, it's not his birth name, but he did. It's it's more like a business. He did change his legal name, but yeah, technically he should have a right to own the name. I don't know what's the issue with WWE.
The petty people.
Do you think if he would use the name Ryback Reeves, it wouldn't be an issue? Instead of just Ryback.
That would be fine, but the fact his YouTube channel was called Ryback TV, which is again something that he's not allowed to use anymore.
I'm gonna tell you something. Ryback Reeves doesn't sound bad at all.
No, I actually like that.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, Ryback, I'm all with you, man. Best of luck in this case. Seriously, if you ever somehow stumble across this video, I wish you all the best in trying to get back the Ryback name, because yeah, I'm with you on this one against WWE as one that copyrighted my video. Wrongly copyrighted a video again, which I'm still.
What did it take down? Your TakeOver or something?
It was just a normal NXT stream from 2017. Copyrighted it.
I can't believe they're going that back to copyright.
Yep, and I cannot live stream on my main channel until April the 30th.
And what channel are you streaming right now?
Tom Reviews. The link is on my like the community thing, which I linked it to, and I put the streams on the community tab as well once I go live. I mean, it's slightly annoying because obviously I make it's first off a personal annoyance, and second of all, it's financially annoying as well.
Yeah.
Because I make less ad revenue, which luckily I don't need that much to sustain this channel, which is lucky because I do have a few people that give me money every month, which will make up the numbers anyway. I get more from people than I get with ad revenue, really, most of the time. Yeah, but it's still an annoyance. Mainly because Mania's coming up and I can't stream it on my main channel.
How long did you say is ban?
Till April the 30th, a 3-month ban.
That's ridiculous.
YouTube really needs to lighten up on that. They really need to lighten up on that rule.
Social media like Facebook, YouTube, and that stuff.
I've emailed YouTube.
But they're too serious about policies in 2020 right now.
Yeah, I emailed WWE. I tried to appeal it, but YouTube said nah.
They're probably looking, who the fuck is this guy? You know.
They looked at the counter notification, which they said no to, and I'm not going to pursue any further because it could lead in legal proceedings, and I can't afford to go to court.
Well,
so I'm just going to leave that there. I'm going to email WWE constantly now. Yeah. I'm just going to continue to spam them. I'm going to write out a very professional email, and then I'm going to spam them with it every day until they actually respond to me. Because, yeah, they could at least reply. I messaged them like a week and a half ago on two different things, and they've yet to reply to me. Your YouTube, like the email addresses, I think YouTube content at WWE. Something like that is their email address that you can contact them with regarding YouTube matters. And they can't have that many emails on it. Because they only give that email out because I had to go to request retraction, which is where I have to request it. It gets given out on that. They don't actually link that on their YouTube page. So you get that when you have a problem with them. So I don't know how many emails that account could be getting. Bloody! I will try and get this sorted out. Hopefully before Mania. Or everyone give me 1,000 subscribers on Tom Reviews and I'll make all the money back and turn it into All Things Wrestling version 2. Yes. God damn it, we lost track on what we were talking about. The Iconics.
Oh, I didn't know they're still employed.
Dave Meltzer said a few weeks ago I asked about them. He said there was a decision to take them off TV, maybe a repackage, but the idea is they will be back.
I don't want to see them back.
Nah. NXT?
Oh, don't go to NXT to destroy the division. I'm going to, bro, Peyton Royce and Billy Kay are probably the worst two female wrestlers. And I don't care if someone says, oh, you were there saying about that about girls. I don't give a fuck. They are. They're horrible.
Lana's
and you probably know that.
Yeah, they're not good. Unfortunately.
Yeah. But Lana is not a wrestler, she's a model.
No. Now we have a former WWE star in trouble. Do you remember Adam Bomb?
Adam Bomb?
Yes, back from WWE early WWE days. I think it was like 90s.
No, I don't.
Well, if anyone doesn't know who he is, Google search him. He is facing charges of conspiracy, illegal control of enterprise, transporting or selling narcotics, drug possession, and possession of a weapon during a drug offence.
I gotta ask you, do we really care about that?
It's wrestling related, so we're covering it, but not really. He's not an interesting person. He wasn't very good, if I remember.
Yeah, you aren't wrong about
that. Now let's talk about Vince's issue with Matt Riddle. We'll recap the story. Matt Riddle used social media to call out Brock Lesnar, and then Brock Lesnar didn't like it, and he went to Vince McMahon. And Vince McMahon is not impressed, and it says Vince is sees him as an outside guy and feels like he has no respect for the hierarchy of the business by challenging Goldberg and Lesnar.
I'll be honest with you. Riddle. I respect the guy, and I think he's one of the coolest motherfuckers ever out there.
Yeah.
Because he has balls to say things. And I don't give a fuck what the fact that this guy has balls to say things, that's what I respect. Kiss anyone.
I agree. I like Matt Riddle. He's a straight shooting guy. You need more people like Matt Riddle that go out there, kick ass, and just a good wrestler. Not everyone's going to be a corporate doormat. Like WWE really want them to be a corporate doormat. Matt Riddle's so good though. We are having.
Well.
Oh, there you're back. Yep. Yes, but yeah, like.
No, I'm back. I'm back. What?
Now.
I was listening.
I've heard reports of Taynara Conti.
Taynara Conti.
Yeah, having disagreements with the company in January and walking out.
I was never a big fan of her. Yeah, she's good looking.
Her point is good though. She reportedly walked out because wrestlers in NXT have not received pay rises despite being part of the main roster, really. Which I agree with. If you're marketing this as a big show, stop paying your wrestlers shit money.
Dude, don't tell me Keith Lee and Spiller and those people didn't get the raise.
Yeah, but the rest of them didn't, and some of them are only on like 50,000 to 75,000 a year, whereas jobbers like Mojo Rawley are on like 120, 130 grand, and they get show up a lot less. I get where she's coming from.
I don't blame her.
I definitely do not blame her. Now, speaking of people not happy, it's been reported that Rusev has been taken off WWE television due to a contract dispute.
Oh.
So yeah, unless he solves this problem, it doesn't look like there's going to be a resolution to this storyline with Bobby Lashley and Lana, even if they had an ending planned.
Hey, you know what? They wasted every Monday Night Raw on that bullshit. Fuck it. I don't care. I don't know.
People liked it though. It was entertaining. It was car crash.
So what's going to happen? Is he going to go to the AEW? What's going to happen?
I think he'll leave. He'd be stupid to not at this point. He is legit over as fuck, and they're doing nothing with him.
Well, let me tell you something. They just had a chance to do Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley, and they didn't. They did a Ricochet.
Yeah, but that would be more interesting. No one cares about Bobby Lashley anymore.
But bro, let's be realistic. Ricochet is going to lose.
Bobby Lashley was going to lose. They're not going to spoil McIntyre and Brock Lesnar, are they?
All I'm saying is a little bit hilarious is that they didn't use Ricochet in the main event, and all of a sudden, when they need someone to fill that spot for one show, they're going to use them. And they're going to use them. He's going to lose, and he's going to go back to the mid-card. That's just reality.
Yeah. Which is sad because Ricochet's fantastic.
I don't like what they're doing when they do this kind of stuff. If you want to use someone in the main event, or if you want to use someone, if you want to give someone a momentum, give them a momentum. Give them a chance to prove themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they don't prove themselves, pull them back aside, tell them, hey, man, this is not working. You know what I mean? We're going to try something different.
But the problem is, WWE do that within 2 weeks. Do you remember Ali? They didn't feel like he was getting over in 2 weeks, so they just stopped his push.
Well, they did the same thing with Cedric Alexander. He dropped out to AJ Styles.
Exactly, because they don't feel like these guys get over. You need more than 2 goddamn weeks to get over. Give them a month and a half, or give them 6 weeks, and if they're not noticeably getting over, then move on. Not 2 bloody weeks. That's not going to get anybody over.
No. And keep this in mind. I think Cedric, like you said, Cedric had like 2 weeks of winning. After that, he was losing every single match to AJ Styles.
And he's now losing, just a glorified
I think,
jobber.
in 3-4 weeks. Yeah. So he had only 6 weeks to prove. Actually, 2 weeks to prove. And after that, he lost for 3 weeks straight.
Yeah, and that's not going to get anybody over.
No.
Gilberto had the same thing.
What did you say?
Gilberto was the same. He had 2 weeks. They didn't like it.
Well, Gilberto is technically still in the mid-card. Well, he's technically still in the mid-card.
Yeah, but they were trying to give him more of an upper mid-card push. And just, 2 weeks, not many people are cheering for him. He's done. Like, you know what I find absolutely bullshit? Andrade fails a wellness policy test and is allowed to keep the championship.
Well, I actually... I wouldn't give title to Humberto, so I don't actually blame WWE for it.
No, but I would have had somebody official come out and be like, due to Andrade suffering a terrible injury last week at the hands of Humberto, he is now unfortunately unable to defend his championship, and it will be now stripped. Simple. Don't keep the belt on somebody who failed a drug test.
Yeah.
Then again, it might not be his fault, because we all know that the wellness policy has failed on many accounts.
Speaking of Andrade, maybe Charlotte should be tested as well.
Yeah.
Because they're training together, you know, they're always taking pictures training together. So, you know, I wouldn't... It's WWE. I wouldn't be surprised if Charlotte also failed the test and they didn't suspend her, and they did suspend Andrade.
The thing is, like, I have known in the cases of somebody failing on prescription drugs and WWE just like, well, you haven't presented us with the prescription now, so we're going to fail you immediately. even though they had the prescription at home showing that they got it from a doctor legally and had to take this drug. Same with, look at Primo. He failed his wellness policy because they wouldn't let him take it in bloody Puerto Rico. He's not going to fly to America to piss in a cup to fly back to Puerto Rico, is he? Or Brock Lesnar. Let's start on Brock Lesnar. Fails a drug test in UFC. Oh, we don't test part-time wrestlers.
Okay, do you want to mention Randy Orton when we were talking about tests? The guy who failed multiple tests and never got fired because of that?
Oh yeah, because he failed 2, and then somehow they failed 2. They somehow took 1 strike off him for some reason, and then he failed another one.
Well, it's Randy Orton. What do you think?
We're not going to fire him. Just
the son of Bob, you know.
He's got rid of 1 strike.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's the thing's good in theory. I like the idea that they drug test all the wrestlers.
I do.
But they should also breathalyze every wrestler at the show.
They should.
If you have a significant amount of alcohol in your system, it should count as a fail.
I know where you're saying this is because of the Usos. Right?
The Usos, Scott Hall.
They're one of the examples.
There's so many examples of alcoholic wrestlers that they need to crack down on alcohol just as much as drugs.
Well, to be quite honest, someone should check on Adam Page then. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but to be fair, I don't think.
I'm kidding. It's a story.
But I don't think he drinks anything apart from when he's on screen.
No, but you didn't get. I thought you were gonna go with it, but whatever.
No, that's part of his gimmick, and to be fair, he doesn't really drink much of that anyway, does he? When he nicks it off a fan.
She drank the whole cup, dude.
Yeah, but he does it after a match as well. He doesn't do it during his entrance, which is what I can respect. That he doesn't. He drinks after the wrestling match, which is safe.
Hey man, I like Adam Page right now.
Yeah.
Better than I did.
The heel turn that he's going to have is going to be amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. Or if they don't screw up and then they actually turn the mega heel.
That would be interesting.
You know, to play with fans a little bit, because think about this. They want to give us what we want. And they're going to listen to fans' feedback and stuff. But sometimes on the way, they need to kind of twist some.
Yeah.
So when everyone is expecting it to be Page, they're going to do it with Omega instead.
But then again, Britt Baker was a twist. I did not expect her to turn heel.
Britt Baker.
She really needs to work on her in-ring work. She's a good character.
Yeah, she's a good character to the point where I wanted to smash my head through a fucking TV when I was watching Dynamite a few weeks ago on a ship on a goddamn cruise because they cut her promo. How bad was it, dude?
That was bad. That was bad.
Yeah, maybe she should take some lessons. Not just.
She did better with JR though. She did better with JR a couple weeks ago.
I'm kidding. I love Britt Baker.
Yeah, the one on the ship is not the greatest.
Yeah, but we gotta mention this, bro. Nyla Rose versus Rio next week.
Please.
Come on, man. How many times can you do this shit? Like, their division is shit, and you know that.
Yeah, they need to work on the women's.
Go there, dude.
They do need to work on the women's.
I gotta ask you something. Where the fuck is Ali? Ali, whatever.
She's managing Butcher and Blade.
You see, I didn't know. Congratulations,
she's Bunny. She's Bunny, Butcher, and Blade. Which I like those guys actually.
But she's wasted, dude, right now. Instead of being in the women's division.
Yeah, I think Rio will leave. I think she'll drop the title and she'll leave. Because I'm going to assume she's wrestling somewhere else.
Bro, that's the wasted first champion ever. Like, that's a fucking waste. I'm sorry.
She has been
a waste. If they put the title on her, if they put the title on her.
She wouldn't have been wasted if she actually showed up more. She's literally done the Brock Lesnar of champions. But at least when Brock
Okay.
shows up, you're excited.
Can I say something?
No.
I honestly think she should not drop the title to Nyla Rose. I honestly think they should go with the original plan. Now she's a heel. She's not the babyface. They should go with Britt Baker. She was planned to be the first champion, and you know that it didn't work out because obviously they had that rumble and not rumble, the battle, whatever. They changed things because she was not ready, whatever. But now as a heel, she's better. So just give her a freaking title.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Nyla Rose as champion. I'm sorry.
And we got to give Pac credit this week. Because that whole playing Omega with threatening Rio but not actually doing anything was perfect.
Yeah. How much the Rio weights? 50 pounds?
70? I think she's like 90 pounds. Something like that.
Jesus Christ.
She's not a lot.
You know, I don't want to say this because it's going to sound fucked up, but Nyla Rose could probably break her with one freaking arm.
Probably, to be honest.
Yeah, like, in real life. So, I mean, she's cute, dude. She's a good wrestler. I'm just sorry. She's not believable. I'm sorry. Like, you know,
the thing is, she hasn't really worked to make herself more believable either.
But I think she's amazing what she does. If you get me.
Oh yeah, well, Rio's a good wrestler. She doesn't show up.
Yeah, and like I said, she's not that believable. But when it comes to she is a good wrestler. I can't say that she's not a good.
Oh no, she is really, really good.
Yeah, especially for her size, for someone like.
Yeah, oh, definitely. She did a good job against Nyla. I mean, it wasn't the most believable match, but it was still a really good match those two put on.
Yeah, and the gender wrestling, huh?
Oh, I'm not touching that,
Jesus
mate.
Christ.
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot barge pole.
Let me get all the heat. Fuck.
Fucking hell, dude. Jesus, man. I'm not touching
I don't care. Don't cut that. I don't care.
I don't cut anything, dude. These podcasts are uncensored. But I'm okay with Nyla having the belt. I mean...
No, I want to see Britt Baker.
Yeah, but maybe Britt will beat her. Because I think Nyla might be a transitional champion.
Nyla is going to be Nyla is a heel. There is no way Britt is a heel. It doesn't make sense.
Why not? Heel and heel matches could be entertaining.
I don't know, but I really dig the heel Britt Baker.
Yeah.
And I think Toni Storm should turn heel as well.
Turn all the women heel.
Turn heel as well. Well, okay. I don't want to say something, but fuck, I don't want to be called out. Fuck. I meant good. I didn't mean anything bad. I honestly think a woman like Britt Baker, she's an extra heel. That's what I wanted to say. And I honestly think Toni Storm, she cut one of the promos, Toni Storm, on Twitter. Holy shit. Like, she's fire as heel, dude. So, it's funny how things go, you know? Britt Baker was a babyface, now Rhea Ripley is a babyface, Toni Storm is a babyface, but Rhea Ripley was a heel before. It's funny, you know?
Yeah.
Whatever is going on.
Now, let's quickly get through our awards, because this podcast has gone on for quite a while.
I have no clue. We didn't do any podcast for a month.
First off, best show was clearly AEW.
No question about that.
In fact, they've been putting on consistently decent shows. We know this.
Oh, man. Moxley reminds me of Snake so much, I have to say that.
Oh, Moxley's good. Moxley is good. Best match was Omega, Page, Young Bucks versus Santana Ortiz and Lucha Brothers. That was a really good match. All the props.
I like Powerful.
Yeah, they're really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're good wrestlers and they could cut a decent promo.
Yep.
Best wrestler. You wanted to go Angel Garza, didn't you?
Man, Angel Garza reminds me of Eddie Guerrero, honestly.
he just
I
needs
think he's better than Andrade.
he just needs to cut a better promo because his one was quite boring this week.
Dude, he can piss off anything with his smile, dude. He looks like a fucking heel.
Oh yeah, he's a good character. It's just that him talking to Huberto was quite. Yeah, it didn't stick with me, but
You have to say something. Okay, you gotta give him props because Andrade can't even speak like that, dude.
Oh yeah.
Let's be realistic.
I know.
So, bro, let me tell you something. Andrade is going to come back and he's going to say to Zelina, "You replace me with this other guy." You want to bet that's what's going to happen?
Yeah, I hope so.
Because I think Zelina and Angel Garcia are going to have better chemistry than Andrade and Zelina have, which is fucked up to say considering that they have a good chemistry.
Yeah.
I really do think. You know? So I just hope I don't see Charlotte and Andrade versus Zelina and Angel Garcia. That's something. Don't involve fucking real life relationship in storylines. I don't want to see that shit.
No, definitely not. Look at what happened when they did Becky and Seth.
Yeah.
That was just awful.
Well, that killed Seth, right? That killed his character.
God, that murdered.
That's why we turned on him. The guy goes to beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, then he feuds with Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans. What the fuck?
Yeah, I know. It was so bad. Worst show was Raw. Definitely.
No question about it.
Raw was worse than SmackDown this week. Surprise! Raw's been good for the last few weeks, and then it just dropped on its arse this week. Worst match, Lana and Liv Morgan.
By the way, Liv Morgan is actually great. It's actually pretty decent.
Yeah, she is.
But Lana is a model.
Oh God, Lana cannot wrestle.
No, but yeah. Right.
And while we're continuing this trend, worst superstar of the week, Lana. She's just so bad at everything.
Let's see how. Let's see if someone's going to break Corbin's streak.
Yeah.
Because the guy is a champion right now when it comes to.
Yeah, I do apologise that Baron Corbin did not get this spot, but him throwing that Medusa down the stairs immediately made him not eligible to be worst wrestler of the week because that was actually really effective and a really good
I was
segment.
actually hoping he's going to throw Kevin Dunn. But...
that would have been funny. Oh my God, the Bucktooth Beaver's been tossed down the stairs.
Beaver.
Yeah. But yeah, it was
okay, dude. You know, it was fun.
Yeah, it was a very effective. That is how you make him more hated. It was just so effective on making me hate Baron Corbin more, but not
Corbin. That's the thing. I like Baron Corbin. It's that they killed him with his king character. That's the issue. You know, he's not
so much the character. It's more the fact of dog food and dogs.
Yeah,
it's just Roman Reigns feud that's killed him.
I think Bruce Pritchard or someone in the back who's working for SmackDown, they have some food fetish or some shit, dude. Because every week is Roman Reigns and Baron Corbin and food involved.
Yeah.
So maybe someone should fire Bruce Pritchard.
Yeah, he's not doing very good, is he?
No. Paul Heyman is doing a better job right now.
Oh yeah, Paul Heyman. I don't know what happened.
But then really, what can you do when Vince is sitting next to you and it's his final say? So. Yeah, but I see Heyman throwing stuff there. You can see his.
Oh yeah, Heyman's got a lot of influence.
His work stuff.
A lot of influence. Well,
that's it, right?
Yeah, that is it for the podcast.
So let me ask you: do you have Chinese food or you don't have?
Of course, I have Chinese food.
Okay.
I always have Chinese food. Because,
You're fired!
I'm never fired. I am unfireable. Which is good, because I don't want to get fired. But yeah, that's good. I've never been fired from a job. Even though I probably should have been about 1,000 times. But yes, okay, thank you for checking out the Last Shot podcast. Oh, one last thing I want to talk about. Fuck Sasha Banks and Corey Graves with a kayfabe podcast.
What?
Because she went on his podcast at some point this week, and when she talked about her injuries, talked about because Lacey Evans did it.
Corey Graves is a fucking clown.
Yeah, but normally his podcasts are more breaking kayfabe than that. I hate when wrestlers stay in character like that for interviews. I really, really do and stuff. Because I would have liked Sasha to tell us actually what happened, not Lacey Evans attacked us. Kayfabe podcasts and interviews are boring unless it's someone like Matt Hardy or somebody who's decent with a character. Sasha is not an interesting character right now.
Yeah, she's not.
She's a good wrestler. A bit botchy at times, but is a good wrestler overall.
Yeah.
But just turn her back babyface, please. Please just turn her back babyface. I don't like her as a heel at this point now.
Who? Wait, who you don't like as a heel?
Sasha.
Repeat that again.
Sasha.
I know. I'm just saying. I can't believe what you're saying.
She's not doing it very good right now.
Well, you're gonna have your wish granted because I think Sasha Banks is going to face Bayley at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I've heard people have been throwing this out to me for the last few weeks, and it makes me depressed because I don't want to see that.
No, but you also don't want to see Charlotte versus Becky Lynch. So.
Nah, but we're getting Shayna Baszler versus Becky Lynch.
Dude, imagine if Vince legitimately went out and said, "Oh, Charlotte, you're facing Becky Lynch at WrestleMania." I wouldn't watch WrestleMania.
I would take a massive giant shit during the entire length of that match.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that was my Sasha Banks rant of the day. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Smash the like buttons, share and subscribe, and we shall catch you all hopefully next Saturday with another amazing edition of the Last Shot podcast. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
That's the one. Stefan?
You're fired. Done.
Damn. Damn!